Now you know the basics of how to play ukulele. How do you use it in your classroom? Well, that's the easy part and the fun part too. No matter what the lesson, you can enhance it with ukulele and music, whether it's something simple or complicated, no matter what grade level, no matter what content area, it doesn't make any difference. All the way up to PhD or down to preschool, it doesn't matter because an ukulele makes everything better. The key is to keep it simple. You can write a really easy, simple song, and that's probably better because if the purpose is to help kids understand or remember or learn or question or do whatever it is that you're already doing, but in a deeper way or even in a new way that they haven't tried before, here's how you do it. Boil down your lesson to the most simple core element, the one that you want them to understand. Or, of course, you can do it with a fine point, but I'm just starting out with the basics. Let's say you're doing little kids. Let's say you're doing university level. It doesn't make any difference. The concepts are the same. Whether you're teaching the colors in the spectrum and you want the students to understand the sequence that those colors appear in, or you're doing taxonomy and you want them to understand the order of kingdom, phylum, class, and all that. You can do that same basic song for both of those topics. They're at more complex levels for the older kids, but the ideas are the same. Let's do the color wheel. Let's teach the spectrum, the colors of the rainbow, the colors of a color wheel, however it is that you're presenting it. It's a series of 6 colors that go in a specific order all the time. So you want the kids, let's say, to know the order. A simple song using some simple chords, C, F, G7, C. You know those chords, and if you don't quite know them, go back and review the section where I teach them, and then you'll know them. So we'll keep it simple in 4s. Even though there are 6 colors, I want 8 beats because 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 works better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 feels unfinished. So here we go. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, you know what I mean. It's fun to sing. Kids will love singing it, and I guarantee you, your little ones are going to love singing that song, and they'll remember it within 5 seconds, and they will have that song in their head the rest of their lives, and they'll always remember you and that song because it really did help them learn. Think about it. Do you know the order of the colors? Well, you do now, right? And you can spice it up if you get a little better with your playing. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, you know what I mean. Hey! Go ahead and try it right now. C, F, G7, C. C, F, G7, C. Write it down. I'm not going to put a chart up here because I want you to practice writing down your own chart. Grab a pencil and a paper. C, F, G7, C, C, F, G7, C. Give it a shot. Now let's say you're teaching older kids and you want the taxonomy order. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Same song, same idea. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. The words are more complex. It's harder to get all those syllables out, so you slow it down if you want, but the idea is the same. It's music. You put music to a concept, it's easy to remember. This is really good for memorization especially, but of course learning is way more than memorization, so you have to add all the information that you do as a teacher. But this is just a guide, and if they want to remember, and there's all this information, if this song is in their head when it's time for a test, they'll be able to remember the song, maybe in the margin of the paper, write down the sequence, and then be able to go into deeper detail about stuff. I used this technique when I was an undergrad at UCLA, and I was studying European history, and there was a section about the French Revolution and Robespierre and the Council of Public Safety and all that stuff. And there were so many things. And at UCLA, they don't give you a lot of help on the test. They just give you a book, and they say, write everything you know. And you have to have it all in your mind. There's no resources to use. So I came up with 26 different elements of the French Revolution, and I made sure that each one started with a different letter of the alphabet. I wrote them down on a list on a piece of paper with a pencil, A, B, C, D, F, G, up to Z, wrote the alphabet. Next to each letter, I wrote one word that started with that letter that connected with the French Revolution. I then memorized that 26-letter, that 26-word thing that I made, and that was the job, to memorize that, but I did. And then, when I got to the test, I just wrote down the alphabet in the margin. I wrote down all those words because they were memorized. And then each one of those words I was able to discuss in writing. Of course, I had to understand all this stuff first. It's not a magic trick. But if you have the information, that's one point. But then recalling that information is another point. And you might not have anything that complex in high school or middle school or especially in elementary school. But it's the equivalent challenge for a little one to understand and remember stuff. And so putting it to music is going to help.